Hi everybody, thanks very much for coming back again. So we're on day 6 now, day 6 of our 7-day challenge. How are you going? Love to know. Maybe message me on Victoria's Place Online Facebook, maybe email me. Just, let me know how you're going. Let me know if I can help you with anything as well. Today we're going to be doing some hip openers and some twists. So might like to say hello to my cat who's decided to join us today. Hello, Spidey. Sorry about that. This is what happens when we do home yoga. Everybody wants to join in. Okay, so we're going to be doing hip openers and twists today. But first we need to have a little bit of a grounding. Okay, so I'd like you to think about taking some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And feel the places that your body is touching the floor. And feel yourself sinking down just a little bit into those places as you relax the muscles in your legs. I want you to think about lengthening your spine. We did this in 1 or 2. So trying to bring your attention to the middle of the spine. And then just imagine the energy coming down the spine. The middle of the spine again. And then imagine the energy coming up the spine. You feel yourself lengthen. You feel your shoulders relax. You feel the chest opening. Just increasing that lung capacity. You feel the belly gently drawing in. It's the most amazing day here. I don't know what it's like where you are. But the rain is just gently coming down. It's just such a beautiful day to spend some time inside doing yoga. I've got Diva Prava on the stereo. I've got my candles and they're so yummy, they smell beautiful. And ear over to the other shoulder. I'm just feeling so incredibly grateful at the moment. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Very grateful for you. And coming up to the middle. Okay, so let's come into a downward facing dog and just start warming things up a little. Making sure the hands are underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and coming into a downward dog. Do a little bit of walking dog. So bend one knee, push the opposite heel down into the ground. Bend the other knee.
So just a very gentle warm up, starting to think about bringing a little bit of energy into the arms, thinking about having a long straight spine. The head or shake the head, just releasing any tension in the back of the neck. Back up onto downward facing dog, this time coming into a one-legged dog. Keep the hips parallel for now. That leg in between the hands. It might take you a few goes and that's okay. So we're swinging forwards and we're coming into a high lunge. That left leg through, coming up into a high lunge. Make sure the knee at the front is behind the heel. That leg through. This time bring the left knee down. Coming up into a low lunge with the hands here, into prayer. Now this may take a few goes, so you can pause the video or you can stay here until you're ready to do it. We're going to bring the outside of the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. We're going to try and keep our hands into the prayer pose, hopefully into the middle of the chest. So we twist, bring the elbow to the outside of the knee and have a big, beautiful twist around. So you might like to download some of these movies so that you can do them over and over and just challenge yourself a little bit more each time. If you're ready for a little twist, or a big twist, right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee, hands into prayer. Oh, and have a big, beautiful twist around. So we're trying to have our elbows straight, our forearms straight. We're trying to have our hands in the heart center again. Now it really depends on how you feel with your neck. My neck is okay to look up to the sky, but this might be putting too much pressure on your twist and into your spine. So just have a play. Where is your neck most comfortable? And coming back into the middle. Be really careful of your spine. It's really, really, really important. Take a few moments. Love twists. Okay, hands down, either side of the foot. Tuck the back knee, step back into your down dog. Going to lift the right. Then we're going to add a twist. I should put my hair up. We're going to add a twist. So we're going to stack the hips on top of the other. We're going to come back into the middle. Lots of control. Now we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist. And the foot comes out to the side. Drop the back leg. Bring yourself as high as you can. We're trying to keep the hips parallel to the mat, so don't drop the hip down. Keep them nice and high. Okay, you need to ask your muscles to relax here. I'm going to take this to quite a few different levels. So I ask that you take care of your own body. Don't do a pose just because you think you should have to. Do a pose because it feels awesome. Okay. We're going to bend our back leg. Stay here if this is what you want to do today. You may like to bring your hands to the front foot. So we twist the spine, but we keep our heart open and our chest open. You may like to try and hold on to the tracksuit pants at the back or the outside of the foot. You might be comfortable coming onto the inside of the foot. You might want to stay here. This next pose is a little bit advanced, so just do what's good for you. No judgment. You might like to bring that foot into the elbow and the hand up. You might like to try and bring the other hand to the sky. And then you might like to try and connect the hands together. If you've stopped breathing, that's your body's way of saying, come out of the pose. We're going to gently unwind ourselves. So we always come out of the pose the same way as we came into it. Very, very gently. Turn your beautiful body around, facing the front.
And then just start folding forwards. So this can be quite a challenge for some people, so you might just really push your hands forwards so you can start thinking about relaxing into the hips. There's a few ways that we can allow ourselves to come down. I saw a beautiful picture of somebody doing this one today. So I'm bringing the palms of my hands together and I'm just coming down onto my forearms. It's a beautiful, beautiful stretch. Once you feel as though you've relaxed your muscles enough in your hips, then you might feel comfortable coming down to the ground. If you have any knee problems, come out of this pose. I can give you a modification for this one. I won't be doing it on this movie. But just ask me for it. Text me, Facebook me, ask me for a message. I'll give you a different pose to do. There's always a modification to help your body get into the pose. Always. Please never hurt yourself. If you're on the ground, coming up onto your forearms. That pose is actually a beautiful pose to stay in for a lot longer if you can. So you might just want to pause the movie, or you might want to do the pose a little bit later. Remember to have a bit of a warm up first. Okay. The right leg's going to feel a little bit longer than the left leg. I'm just warning you when we come out of this. Okay, we're going to tuck our back toe. Going to lift our back knee and very carefully and gently bring the right leg back into your downward facing dog. And I'd like you to do a little bit of running dog, just as we did at the beginning. So just pushing one heel down to the ground and bending the opposite knee. Now we need to really balance ourselves this time, because we've opened up the hip on one side, and it's the side that we're going to be balancing on. Okay, so we're going to lift the left leg to the back wall in one-legged dog. We're going to bend the knee, and then we're going to stack the hips on top of the other. Coming back into the middle with lots of control. Bringing the left knee behind the left wrist, the foot out to the side, and the back leg comes down and relaxes. Okay, don't think about what comes next. Think about right here, right now. Think about keeping the hips nice and tall, thinking about the spine as nice and tall. It's a bit of a back bend as well, so this can be a really strong pose. Maybe the left hand comes up. Maybe the hands touch at the back. This is where the body-mind connection comes in, because you really, really have to focus.
Okay, unwind yourself. Can you see I stopped focusing then? I was thinking about time. Oh my goodness. Okay, we all make mistakes, don't we? Okay, unwind yourself gently. And then you might like to come down to the forearms. You might like to bring your hands together, might like to just stay here. It's beautiful, it's lovely. If you're doing this for a long time, you might even like to bring a cushion or a pillow underneath your thigh on the opposite side, just so you can really, really relax. If you want to, come down. So we're trying to keep our spine long. We're trying to keep our hips parallel to the mat. So don't let the hip drop down. You need to keep that spine really straight and long. These hip openers open up one of the largest muscles that we have called the psoas muscle. It's a muscle that is connected to a big ball of nerves in the lower spine. So hip openers can release a lot of nervous tension because it's stretching that psoas muscle. Don't be worried if it releases some sort of emotion. Sometimes it's pure joy, elation, gorgeous, but sometimes it can be something that you're holding on to that is just releasing. I prefer to stay in these poses for a lot longer. So just listen to your body, ask what it wants. Pause the tape. Do this pose at another time whenever you can. And come on up gently. Onto your forearms if you're down on the ground. My body doesn't want to come up. My body wants to stay there. Okay, coming up onto your hands. Very, very carefully. Remember, our hips are nice and loose now, so we need to be careful. Tuck the back knee. Lift the foot. And do some walking dog. And down onto the knees. And resting back in child's pose. And you'll find child's pose incredibly easy to rest in now. You might like to try child's pose with the knees out. Feel the energy, the prana coming into our bodies. You can feel the ribs expand. And spending some time thinking about relaxing the body, feeling the points of contact that your body has with the floor. Feeling where your ankles touch the floor as you relax your toes, as you relax your feet. Relaxing the muscles in the face, taking the tongue away from the roof of the mouth and relaxing the lips and the teeth. Softening the eyes, muscles around the eyes, softening the forehead and between the eyebrows. Bringing your attention to the heaviness at the back of your head.
whole body is relaxed and soft. Your body and your heart is open to abundance of health, to an abundance of love.